Wake up, Saints. All right. And so I said I had some news about some peace deals. But first things first, there's been a lot of shake, rattle, and rolling in California into Las Vegas. All right, so there was a earthquake that actually hit, I think it was a 4.8 that hit Death Valley. Boom. Yes, where the Undertaker was at. Well, supposedly it's where he's from. Anyways, it struck Death Valley, and it shaked. It made it actually was felt all the way into Las Vegas. 20 minutes later, Fontana, California, also got hit with an earthquake at for 3.0. You really got to pay for California. I mean, not only are they getting earthquakes, they also have fires there. I'm not sure if you guys see in any of the news there in California. Uh, they are battling fires like crazy. Um, California doesn't get that much rain as they used to, so they're drying out. And of course, this is also part of biblical prophecy of the heat waves that we've been getting all over the United States. Uh, Sad to say, but the sun is starting to actually heat up in the times. And believe it or not, here in Colorado, we get a lot of heat. Uh, we like to say we lived in Pueblo, which is the center of the earth. It's hotter here than Colorado Springs. I'm not sure if anybody knows where Colorado Springs is at. Colorado Springs, you can actually see NORAD from there, which is very awesome. There's a couple movies that you have actually seen NORAD. Uh, One being what's the movie called? War Games, and then the other one that another movie that I've seen it on NORAD is actually there's a couple movies but what's it called Rise of Machines, Terminator, and then also um, Deep Impact. But there's a revelation that the Earth will heat up, the sun will uh, cause cause some of the fires to happen. A third of the trees and the vegetation will burn up, and so far in California, I mean, shoot, they've been having a lot of fires over there. I know. When I was living there, they had a fire in Chino Hills. Uh, Not very fun. Had on a bike, to and from work, and I know one of the on like the weekends, actually my ex had me come to her house with him because she was afraid of me being a smoker for one, two, being outside a lot. That it was not safe for me to be outside or anything to smoke while it's actually smoky from the fires, which is true. Um, I know she dropped me off one time within that, I had to go back within, and I mean, just the glow. It's like, wow, the fires, how close it was. I mean, just the glow from the fires, crazy. Well, anyways, enough about that. I know you guys had your ears peeled to the phone right now or to your computers, whichever how you're watching it. Uh, but Iran and Saudi Arabia are thinking about having some of that peace deal with Israel, At first, they were totally against it, especially Saudi Arabia, since uh, they want Israel to, make peace with the Palestinians by giving them a piece of the land to them. Well, which it won't happen yet. I don't think it's gonna happen at all. I'm thinking they're gonna have a peace deal, but it's coming together. And I mean, I'm watching TikTok. Yes, I do have a TikTok. I watch TikTok with it, and I see people, getting really excited because of the peace deal. Oh, this is the peace deal. Not yet. Slow down. Pump on the brakes, there, buddies. It's a peace. It's a covenant with many. So the Antichrist is going to do a covenant with many. So in other words, with all these people, all these different countries in those cut the Gulf that are in the Psalms 83 war, and then also the Ezekiel war, which is the Gog and Magog war, all making peace deals with Israel now. And with this is actually setting up the Confederacy. Because some of them are not with not some of them are not with the Confederacy yet. For instance, Egypt. Egypt has always, so far, they've actually helped out on making peace, with the different countries, or against the Muslim Brotherhood trying to sneak into Israel, or Hamas or Iran. And then with Hamas, within, they actually did help broker a peace deal with Hamas and Israel, or Hezbollah. I think it was Hezbollah. So Egypt's gonna get pulled right in once all the players are has that peace deal. Has that peace deal with Israel. Once that happens, then that's when the all that chicken's gonna go on. That's when the the war starts. That peace deal is gonna be broken. The the sacrifices will halt. So once that happens, then we'll know. Well, we probably won't be here when all this happens either. We'll probably be raptured up into the church. We don't know exactly what's gonna happen. All I can say is read the Bible. There's parts in it that shows that we will be part of the rapture, and there's parts of it shows that it could be just the first part. I mean, I'm sticking my nose into the Bible still and learning stuff in there still of how things are worded. All I can say is just read the Bible, pray for God's guidance and what He tells you. Other than that, I mean, there's still, and then there's another news. There's still churches out there that still hasn't got back into the worships yet. They're afraid. This is what the government wants us to do, but wants us to be afraid, wants to see exactly if we abide by the rules, if we go and gag ourselves with these masks. I call it the gag order because we're restricted. We're being restricted from any kind of anything. I mean, these things It makes it hard for me even this, hear the customers whenever the customers come into the store that I work at, and they ask for certain things like cigarettes or whatever, or um, lottery tickets or whatever, or hey, how's your day doing? These things are make it really hard, and that's exactly what they want us to do. They want us to basically make it hard for us to even do any of that. Um, it's a political game. That's exactly what it is. And political game, I mean, is it's both sides. Republicans saying this, Democrats saying that. Did I say I was a Republican? Yes, I did say I was a Republican. I side more with the Republicans because of what they stand for. Um, the Democrats always stand for enslaving the minorities. Um, yes, slavery is illegal, uh, but there's other ways of enslaving people, um, by keeping them poor, pushing down on the poor and having them, hey, here's free money, here's welfare, here's food stamps. You ain't gotta work. Here, we'll give you government money. And at the same time, while they're doing that, they're controlling them. How? Your number. If you ever look at your Medicaid uh, card, that number, your number, when you go do something or go, buying stuff, you think that they don't see what you buy. You don't think that they see what you spend the Snap Cash on. You go to the stores or something and buy cigarettes with the cash or alcohol. They see what you buy. That goes into a system. And it's like a prisoner. A prisoner is nothing but a number. Well, exactly what they're doing with the minorities, making them just a number. That's what they tell you. Oh, hey, we'll help you this, we'll help you that. We know that you're poor. Why do you think the numbers went down on unemployment for the minorities? Because Trump wanted to get everybody into work. The more work this country does, the more money it brings in. The less enslaved you are. Republicans wants to free the slaves. Democrats want to enslave the minorities. And again, yes, I used to be a Democrat because I was like, yeah, I need that money. I don't want to have to work that hard. Well, my change of thinking has gone. I used to be in the call centers. I did call centers since 2012 until just recently, until March of this year. Why? Because it's easy work. So, I mean, now I'm able to actually move around more. I'm freeing myself. Stop making excuses and saying that you cannot work. I have a bad back, I have bad knees, I have bad ankle. And I'm working at a store where I have to bend down, lift stuff, and reach for stuff. If you're able to work, go to work. Stop making us pay for your laziness, because that's exactly what the Democrats are doing. They're making you lazy. Well, Saints, that's all I have. Good night. God bless. And keep praying. Oh, and I have a prayer request, people. Whoever watches this, please. I have a coworker who whose uncle is in the hospital. Don't know exactly if he's still in the hospital or not, but he's in the hospital. Wasn't really doing good, really good. Keep in prayer. I've been praying myself within every chance I get to for them to for him to get out of there and be healed. Do the same. So if you're a prayer warrior, pray. God bless. Good night.